Peace, love, and light, family. Initially, my plan for this video was to record it, with my tripod and just to have that professional angle, but I felt that it was appropriate to record it like this, especially being with the topic. I want to talk about the struggle to be authentic. A lot of time in this world, we see people who are so authentically themselves, and it is, in a sense, a result or reflection of their upbringing. We have some people who are able to find themselves and be authentic, and then we have some people who show a certain side as if it's authentic, but in reality, they're still struggling with the authenticity. I am someone who, in a sense, and I will be very transparent because that's never been a problem for me, I struggle with authenticity. I struggle with being able to be myself and be okay with being myself in all areas of my life, because it's really a me versus me thing. It's really just a lot of things that I've experienced has just made me put up this internal shield to where I have to break past my own self or my own self-limiting beliefs to be able to, or even my own self-limitations to be able to branch out and let my wings spread. I always feel like I'm in a cocoon. I always feel like I'm in a cocoon state where I'll forever just be this caterpillar wanting to turn into a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? And on this content journey, which I absolutely love, I feel like that's the reason I'm doing it, to be able to break out that shell. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of time when I record my videos, and there's some videos I've recorded that I haven't posted because it's me trying to be all just poised and polished and soft this, soft that, and all of that stuff. And it's just like, why? Why can't I be who I am? Why is it so hard for me to accept who I am? And I feel like a lot of time that just comes from the external, what I see externally, what media shows me, what society shows me, what these spiritual atmospheres and religious atmospheres show me. And I, instead of just letting it go over my head, I internalize it. And when you start to internalize things, it starts to curate into something that's unhealthy. And that's what has happened my whole life. And as I prepare to turn 28 in the next few months, that's the new year for me. I don't consider the new year to be an actual new year. The new year for me is my birthday. And it's like, I'm really finna pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to pop out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you get right now is Ariana. This is Ariana Janae McLean. You can't get no realer than this, like, excluding the cussing, because I ain't gonna lie, I love to cuss. But I'm working on it. I really just feel it's like I need to really just accept me, to force myself to not modify who I am in certain atmospheres. Especially as I'm growing on this mindfulness journey, it's forcing me to be myself even more. Like, one thing that I've always expressed that I hate about myself, or hated, and learning to not hate, is that I like to talk. But it's different if I didn't have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just out here just yapping off people's ears. Like, no, I love engaging in conversation. I love to learn. I love to pick people's brains and people pick my brains, because I feel like that's how we grow as people. I feel like that's how we learn. That's how we shape into better people. That's how we love. That's just the root of how we are as human beings. I always look at people who are quiet and who are introverts, and was like, oh, I want to be that mysterious, and then realize that it ain't me. I have days, where I'm extroverted, where I'm very whoop, whoop, wop, wop, Then I have some days where I'm just like, I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like dealing with nobody. I don't feel like, I just don't, and versus having to explain that to people, just be. But even in that, I can still be respectful. I ain't gotta be a bitch about stuff, I ain't gotta be an asshole, I really don't. So just I am really my promise to myself out of everything I promise myself is to be okay with being myself, be okay with being authentic. My family accept me. My family has accepted me through every wave, through every hill, every mountain, every roller coaster, every emotional anything that I have ever been through. My family has accepted me, and it's just like, if they accept me, why is it hard for me to accept myself? And why do I look to others for acceptance? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm also a very blunt person, which is something I'm learning to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I'm learning to really just hone in on, because you can't tell everybody everything about themselves all the time, And then even in that, as I learn and as I grow me, I'm learning, okay, when you say something about somebody else, you're saying that about yourself. So be mindful of what you say, be mindful of what you think. If somebody does something to you, it's up to you to internalize it, or it's up to you on how you want to reflect that back. But just be mindful, be mindful of what you put out in the universe and atmosphere. But yeah, y'all, I just felt the need to come on here and say that, because a lot of us struggle with authenticity. We see the glitz and glamour, and I'm gonna be honest, I was one of those little girls who grew up hating my skin. I grew up hating my pudge, people telling me that people darker than me telling me I was an African booty scratcher, which was crazy, because it's like, okay, people, who ain't the cutest at all telling me I would be sexy if I was pudgy, if I didn't have a pudge, which is crazy to me. For somebody outside of you who is also flawed and looks like the ass of a dinosaur, has the audacity to even say anything to you. It's stuff like that, like, that I've internalized over the years and that I held on to, the little girl in me has held on to. And as I become, I'm a woman now, but as I grow and, become grown, that's the thing about being grown. People don't understand. Grown does not necessarily mean you're independent, you pay bills, blah, 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 blah. You have the social aspect of being grown. But to me, being grown is growth. Like, being able to grow past, recognize those things in yourself from your past, love on that individual, love on the phases of who you are, good, bad, and ugly, and be able to use it to elevate yourself. That's grown to me, you know what I'm saying? So as I develop myself in being grown spiritually, physically, and mentally, I really have to accept myself authentically, and it's so hard sometimes, because I really just be wanting to just pop out and show niggas. And as a K-Dot fan, what? I really feel like he was saying that for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really just gotta pop out. So this is my season of germinating. I think I said that right. When a seed is in the ground and it's slowly dying so that it may grow. It's like a part of it has to die in order to get to that sweet spot of the seed, for in the right season in the spring for it to grow and flourish. I really feel like that's the season I'm in. Because don't get it twisted, your girl is beautiful. I'm bad, I'm fabulous. I'm all the beautiful things and terms that we use to describe whatever we like, But for me, I really have to step into that, and be confident in it. It ain't like I'm trying to prove myself to nobody. It ain't like I'm trying to, let me be like this for my man. I have a man. My man loves me the way that I am, 100%. And he supports me in all that I do, and is okay with me being how I am, He loves Ariana, and it's just like, I know that he loves Ariana, so I don't have to change who I am for anybody, Just be me, but add on to that, you know what I'm saying? It's like renovation in a sense. Like, I have a solid foundation, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I want more for myself. I want better for myself, but I don't want to change who I am, because for social acceptance, I want to add on to who I am. You know what I'm saying? So if you are struggling to be authentic, the best advice I can give you is to literally say fuck it. Like, F those thoughts, F those self-limiting beliefs, F those feelings you have towards yourself. If there's anything you've done wrong in the past, forgive yourself. Let it go. It's so much, even from high school, college, so many things that I used to regret, wondering if people looking at me still a certain way, blase, blase. And it's just like, ain't nobody think about me. Nobody care about me. You know what I'm saying? So why am I still caring about those things? And, because yes, excuse me, kids at my job coughing all the time and got to me. Excuse me. But I feel like what it is often is that we know we could have done better, but a lot of times we don't realize we can't do better based off of we can't move a certain way if we don't have the knowledge on how to move. We can't react a certain way or respond a certain way if we don't have the knowledge on how to act or respond or move, nor do we have the knowledge on how or what the consequence would be, if that makes sense. So give yourself grace, let that shit go, and just really move on. Sometimes you gotta hop out of bed like, yeah, I'm that nigga. God bless me. I am a gift to this earth. You know what I'm saying? Don't be cocky. All right? Don't be too egotistic, but really just be like, I am a gift to something, to someone. I am a gift to myself, to be healthy, to have a mother healthy enough to be a vessel, for me to be born, and for me to even be here as healthy as I am with no complications to this day, knowing all the stuff going on in the world, knowing how our foods are poisoned and stuff we consume and the air is not pure, to still be here should be enough. But oftentimes it's not. So with that being said, if you have an issue with being authentic, if you struggle with loving yourself, if you struggle with accepting who you are, take off all your clothes, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, I'm that bitch. I am that woman, that man, that he, that she, that them, they, that non-binary. And just love yourself. If you gotta cry, if you gotta scream, let it out. Because the one thing I'm gonna tell you is, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care as much as you do about you. And nobody ever will. So go out in this world, be authentic. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, as long as you ain't out here doing people wrong, and you're speaking into people, and you're loving people, just do you. Just do you. As long as you ain't here doing no wrong. We ain't perfect, but as long as you're not intentionally hurting people, go out and do what you want to do. Love how you want to love. Be how you want to be. Dress how you want to dress. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we just judge and judge and judge. We judge people who are living in their purpose more than we judge people who are doing and harming other people on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, love yourself, love others, be free. Fuck the world, fuck anybody's opinions. Don't care about anything anyone has said. If people have done you wrong and you feel like you can't forgive them, don't forgive them for them. Forgive them for you, okay? Don't hold grudges, because grudges can kill you. Do whatever you got to do to release. And once you release, you now have space to be your highest and greatest self. With that being said, my arm is on fire from holding this phone so steadily. I love y'all. I love God, and I love myself. God bless you. Don't stress. Don't be a mess. And if you have to, finesse. Peace and love.